Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready now to kick off the second half of Lagg TakeOver. And we're starting it with the Tables Championship match. And making his way to the ring right now, folks, one of the challengers, the self-proclaimed protector of the Friday Night Fight roster, it's the Dork Knight. He's got history with Chris, folks. Him and Greg Miller actually eliminated Chris from the Rumble. Chris fought the Dork Knight in a #1 contendership match to get into the Tables title, and Chris went on to win it then. So those two have history. So the randomizer allowing Miller allowing the Dork Knight here tonight to get some revenge. And here comes the second person in this triple threat match, the one, the only, Viking Brent Adams, who has been a sheer force recently in the Outlaw Gamers Society Hockey League, leading the Outlaw Gamers to 2 shutouts on Thursday and Friday. How did he do on Saturday? I'm not sure. I haven't watched the game yet. Anyways, folks, here comes, breaking a bit of kayfabe there, here comes Brent right now, folks, getting ready to rumble. I'm sure he's itching for some gold. We did see Tony earlier in that 6-man over the top rope battle royale. Unfortunately, did not win that. So Brent here tonight, folks, hopes to earn some gold. At the very first special event we did, Outlaws Unleashed, Brent did fight Lauren for the Friday Night Fight Championship inside a Hell in a Cell cage. But Lauren won that one. New night though, who knows what can happen. And here comes your Tables champion. It's the Canadian Patriot himself, it's Christopher Bradley. And as always, folks, he is hyped up and ready to go. He may not be the biggest guy on the roster, but I tell ya, he's been showing that he has the strength of one. This past Tuesday night, he defended that Tables title against Abel, the Disabler Almighty, and won. It was an incredible match, folks. Many people were shocked. Their jaws dropped when Chris flew off the top rope and hit Abel with an elbow drop and put him right through a table. It was amazing, folks. Go back and watch that match because it is awesome. And here we go. And Brent taking in the Dork Knight right away. And Chris is looking for some hardware. He's looking to end this quick, folks. He wants to get out of here tonight with his title. As many have experienced in the past, in these multi-person matches, a champion can lose his title without even being pinned. And we might even see that later in the show, in the War Championship match, when we put 6 competitors inside a Hell in a Cell. Brent now just stomping on the Chris. The Dork Knight getting a table now. Chris wisely rolling out of the ring. And Brent just got whacked hard with that table. Now Chris taking the table from Knight and just whacking Brent with it. Oh, that table's in a very bad spot there, folks. One wrong move and somebody could go right through that. Brent being whipped into the corner. And the Dork Knight grabbed Chris and face planted him right in the ring floor. And Brent now throwing the Dork Knight outside. Chris is back to his feet. Oh, and Chris was ready for Brent. Knocking Brent into the corner, but Brent reversing it. And now Brent, folks, with a snake eyes on the Chris. Now grabbing Chris and throwing him out of the ring. Following suit, and there goes the Dork Knight as well. All 3 competitors on the outside now, folks. Oh, and Chris just got whacked into the ring post. And the Dork Knight, oh my god, what a vicious attack. And again, just pounding Chris's face off of the wooden floorboards. Chris now fighting back as best as he can, folks. Oh, and Chris just got whacked up against that table. He went for a clothesline there, but Chris was ready for him. And Brent now, folks, he looks like he wants to get this action back inside the ring. And Chris whacking Brent off the apron. Dork Knight's back to his feet in the ring, and he's going back outside now. And Chris throwing Brent into the barricade. And now into the table again. Folks, after this matchup, we've got ourselves another singles competition. Oh, the Dork Knight is up top, folks. And he gets down. After this match, we have another singles competition. And it's the next match in that 4-person tournament to see who will be the next Friday Night Fight #1 contender after Aussie Legend, who won in our last matchup. And of course, that match is going to be between Kinda Funny's own Colin Moriarty and the Shadow Dynasty's ECW James. And now Chris and Brent with a double team onto the Dork Knight. And Chris now bringing the action back inside the ring. Oh, and Chris with an elbow. And a power slam. Brent now setting up the table in the corner. Deciding not to. He wanted to whack his competitors with it. Oh, and taking on both Chris and the Dork Knight there. Getting Chris back to his feet. And Brent, the Viking power bomb. Now Chris was trying to fight back, but Brent's got him again. And a big old wrestling takedown. The Dork Knight's got the table. And Brent, folks, he's looking for it. Will Chris be taking that one-way trip to... Nope. He will not be going to Valhalla tonight. Oh, and the Dork Knight being face-planted into the ring. Brent now grabbing Chris and throwing him to that table. And he speared him through the table. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new Tables Champion, Viking Brent Adams. And Brent celebrates here now, folks. I'm going to bid you adieu, and I'll see you very shortly for our next contest between Colin Moriarty and ECW James. Welcome back, everybody. It's now time for our next matchup. It's a singles competition. It's a last man standing match. And making his way to the ring first, folks, it's Kinda Funny's own, the pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty. And Colin, folks, he's vying for a chance here tonight. A chance to go on and fight for an opportunity to take on the Friday Night Fight champion. It'll be a chance for Kinda Funny to bring the big gold belt into their grasp. But of course, he's gonna have to go through the very first ever Friday Night Fight champion, the Constable of the Suplex Suburbs, and one of the original 2 members of the Shadow Dynasty. It's ECW James. And folks, James, he does not look happy here at all tonight, folks. So you got to wonder, how much energy does he have coming off a Friday night fight this past Friday night when he teamed up with Alexander Ertz and Lord X to just beat down our Friday night fight champion, Big Boss. It was a 3-on-1 handicap match. James, folks, as usual in that match, showing quite dominance, and of course near the end distracted Big Boss enough and whacked him with an elbow, giving Alexander Ertz the opportunity to hit the creative differences and win that match for the Shadow Dynasty. So you know he's got to have some level of hype and energy out of that match. But he looks deadly serious here tonight. Colin looks ready to go though. James, that stoic nature, he's ready. Oh, and a big slam to kick things off. Now you're stomping on the legs of Colin. Oh, but Colin Moriarty, folks, is fighting back. Big shot there. Going into a tie-up, but James getting the upper hand. Twisting the arm. Oh, but Colin's right back at him, folks, into an arm lock. And he takes down James. Oh, and a big cross chop there. And another takedown from Moriarty. But James, folks, showing that pure power. He's got Colin locked in and slams him to the ground and puts him into a headlock. Oh, and just beats his face in. James now bringing Colin back to the ropes. The referee's going to have to break this up. Oh, and Colin with a slap, folks. Oh, and that has just made James irate. And James now looks like he's trying to go for a German suplex. Oh, but he takes down Colin instead. And a big boot to the chest there. Colin again fighting back, folks. Now stomping on the back of James. Oh, big hit to the back. Went for a move there, but missed. Or I should say James reversed it. Oh, and Colin throwing James right out of the ring. This is a last man standing match, folks, so it can end on the outside and an ankle DDT there from Colin. Tossing James to the ground again. No, just stopping him. The ref following after our competitors. Big shot there from Colin, and another one, and another. Oh, but James getting out of the way of that. Oh, and now taking down Moriarty. Seems like Colin's still on the outskirts, folks. But, oh, looked like James went for one of those suplexes, but missed. Colin Moriarty staying out of the suplex suburbs thus far. The referee counted 1. And James taking down Moriarty again. Kick to the gut, big elbow to the face. And James, he's got him locked in. Suplex number 1. Now bringing Colin over towards the ring. Oh, kick to the gut there from Colin, and another one. Big hit again. Went for another elbow, but missed, and James with a big old smack to the face. And now sending Colin into the ring apron. Now into the steel steps. James, folks, he knows how to unleash pure punishment onto his opponents. And does it there again. Now picking up Colin once more. And again into the steel steps, folks. How much more can this man take? And again, James with a clothesline to nothing there. Referee started counting, but James picked up Colin, which was a bad mistake. And Colin now Hurricane Rana. The referee doing a count now. Up to 3. 4. Colin's in the ring, taking a breather. Referee up to 5. 6. James is still down. 7. And James now getting back to his feet. Colin going out after him. Another kick to the gut. And James caught Colin and throws him back into the ring with force. Oh, big slap. Sending him into the ropes. There's a big hits to the spine. The referee starting to count, but James is not done yet. And here he comes, folks, the T-bone suplex. Nobody hits that better than ECW James. And now into an arm lock. I tell you, folks, James is just set on dishing out punishment here tonight. And of course, folks, whoever wins this matchup will go on to face Hitman on the next episode of Tuesday Throwdown, which will not be this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, and a spinning sit-down powerbomb. The referee now counting, folks. James, I think he's thinking that he's done enough. 3. Up to 4. 5. We're halfway there. 6. 7. And Colin finally getting to his feet, folks. Oh, and fighting back as well. Sending James into the corner. And Colin now, he's looking for that Vita bomb. Boom! Right into the corner. And now Colin attacking the elbow. And finally allowing the ref to start a 10 count. To 3. 4. 5. James could be out, folks. 6. 7. And James finally being able to move. That corner powerbomb from Colin, folks, which he calls the Vita bomb. It's a very painful maneuver. We have seen that in careers in the WWE, like Sting, who fought his last match against Seth Rollins. Seth did that move. Sting wasn't the same afterwards and had to retire. And Colin now with a snap mirror takedown. And a flip over neck breaker. The referee now starting another count. Up to a 3. 4. 5. James is not moving. 7. This could be it, folks. 8. No, James finally able to get back to his feet. And Colin right away with a back body drop. Allowing the ref to start counting again. Up to 5. 7. James isn't budging. And finally being able to move. And oh my God, we're attacking Colin. And James now with another suplex. And oh, James, folks, is looking to end this definitively. Oh, but Colin was ready for it. Kick to the midsection. And a swinging neck breaker. The ref now starting another count. Colin, folks, he had his eyes open and was able to reverse his way out of that devastator suplex. James head back up at a count of 7. Colin's going to have to do something major here, folks, to really take out ECW James. And I say that, and Colin just goes with a simple head smash to the ground. Sure, don't take my advice. Ref up to 5. James moving at 6. And Colin now, suplex! A little taste of James's own medicine, and a kick to the spine. Referee now again with another count, folks. Will this be it for ECW James? We've seen him fight before in a last man standing match. The last time it was against Lauren Baumgarten with the Friday Night Fight Championship on the line. And James was unable to answer a 10 count in that match. And James now fighting back again, but Colin was ready for him. And Colin, oh, and James reversed it into a crossbody. And the ref now starting a count for James. These two folks expended a lot of energy at the beginning of this matchup. And Colin answering a 7 count. James now bringing them over. Oh, and a hook block suplex. I forget what the name of that is right now. My brain is fried from so much awesomeness already here tonight. I'm just going to be a stuttering mess when we get to the main event. And Colin now, big old pancake to the floor. And folks, he's looking for something big here to end things. And it's the garbage truck on fire. This is it, folks. Up to a 3, 4, 5, 6. James barely stirring. 8. Oh my God, James, folks, being able to get back to his feet, spinning Colin around. Devastator suplex. Colin Moriarty dropped right on the back of his neck. Referee up to a 5 count now. 6, 7, but Colin, folks, stirring. Oh, and James with a clothesline to the back of the head. Trying again and again. Oh, and there he got him that time. Colin missed with that one, and James with a back body drop. James begging him to get back up. Spine buster. The referee now starting another count. Folks, Colin does not look good right now. To a 5, 6, 7, 8. Moriarty isn't moving. 9. It's all over. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, ECW James. The constable of the suplex suburbs, folks, strikes again here tonight and picks up a win for himself and the Shadow Dynasty. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be rejoining you very shortly with our War Championship match. Get ready for a 6-man Hell in a Cell. Welcome back, everybody. It's now time for our 6-man Hell in a Cell match for the War Championship. And making his way to the ring first, folks, it's that deceiving, conniving, evil madman out of Newfoundland. It's Lord X. As we just discussed with ECW James, folks, he teamed up with Art and they just beat the hell out of Big Boss this past Friday night. We still don't even know how much gas Big Boss has left in the tank after that one. And if he can even compete here tonight against Aaron B in the main event. Lord X, folks, is a former tables champion, the second ever, defeating Daniel Kaiser for the title. Went on to defend it at Outlaws Unleashed in a fatal four-way match and lost it shortly after that. I believe to Aussie Legend, if I remember correctly. That sparked a whole other feud that led right up until our last special event, Glitchamania. He looks ready, folks. He wants another belt around his waist, and he wants to bring another championship to the Shadow Dynasty. And here comes a former war champion himself. It's one of the two biggest men in the business. It's Human Metal of the Radiophonic Sea Creatures. The group, folks, haven't had much luck here yet tonight. Brack was eliminated last in our 6-man over-the-top rope battle royale from earlier, and Tokyo Choo Choo lost his one-on-one matchup with Hitmango. So can Human Metal, folks, do here tonight what his allies were unable to do, and that's capture a belt? Well, he's the only one in a title match, my bad, but capture a victory here tonight. Coming up next here, folks, it's the Punisher himself. It's Daniel Kaiser, who hasn't won a championship since that tables title. He's been itching for another title, folks. He just hasn't been able to do so. But I'm sure as you can tell, he's never low on spirits. He's always high on those, and I'm sure the guys in the ring here tonight, folks, are going to hear a slew of puns. More than they really, really want to. The fans, folks, love this guy, and who wouldn't? I mean, that hairdo alone is enough to make you smile. Here's our fourth competitor for this matchup. From Kinda Funny, it's the producer / seducer, Nick Scarpino. Nick, folks, looking for a championship belt here tonight, which would, I believe, be his first title if he can actually win in this matchup, which is going to be tough. 6 competitors, folks, locked inside a steel cage. We could see a ton of pins, but there's always somebody there to break one up. So it's a very, very, very difficult match in order to win. Yet, folks, Nick, he loves the move and groove, and he does not seem fazed at all with the other 5 competitors he's going to have to fight here tonight. Coming up next, folks, one half of the YouTube Bullet Club, and from the PlayStation Nation, it's Israel Pacheco. Izzy is no stranger to the War Championship. one of the very few competitors, folks, to hold it twice. In fact, Izzy was the very first War Champion way back on February 23rd when he won that title in a triple threat cage match against Tokyo Choo Choo and Lord X. And I can't remember exactly when he won it the second time, but it was back in March, I do believe. It was very soon after he lost the title. Izzy looking ready to go. And finally, folks, coming to the ring, he is your War Champion. One half of the Nation of Vegetation. It's Turnip. And here tonight, folks, he's looking for his second title defense, so he can tie such names as Aaron B., Matt Bird, and of course Hip Mango, his tag team partner, all of which have had 2 successful title defenses with the War Championship in the past. That's actually rather important for our statistics, folks, because the War title, as some of you may know, for those that don't, is the absolute hardest title to defend, because you are never in a one-on-one matchup. You're always facing off against 2, 3, 4, or even 5 other competitors like here tonight. And Lord X, folks, going after Izzy. Turnip after DK, and Human Metal just threw Nick Scarpino into the ring. Oh, and now Lord X, folks, he's got his focus on the Nick Scarpino. Oh, and just pounded him in the back. Human Metal now taking Izzy. Lord X taking down Nick. Meanwhile, in the ring, folks, DK getting at a Turnip. Nick! And hit him with a neck breaker. Sorry, I think I had a mini stroke there a second ago. Anyways, back to the action. DK now with a back body drop there onto Turnip. And Human Metal with a big boot to the skull of Izzy. Nick Scarpino throwing Lord X into the ropes. And slams him down with a spinning sidewalk slam. And Nick, folks, is looking under the ring. I believe he has a baseball bat in his hand, and he just threw it inside. And Lord X, folks, biting the head of Nick Scarpino. Izzy now fighting back against Human Metal, but Human Metal with a back body drop. And Turnip, he went for a suplex, but DK got out of it. Now all the action back in the ring. Suplex there from DK. Stomp from Lord X. And Izzy has taken down the Giant. Spinning Human Metal around. Dude, I don't exactly know what happened to Izzy there. Human Metal going for the pin. 1, 2, and Izzy kicks out of it. Turnip throwing DK out of the ring. Lord X now going to the outside, and he's looking for a weapon. He's got a steel chair. Oh, Nick just got whacked in the head with the chair, and into the gut, and into the leg. Lord X with a brutal assault, and he's going for the pin. 1, and DK breaks that up. And Nick now fighting back yet again. Lord X now throwing him into the corner. And DK! He went for a sidewalk slam there, but Turnip got out of it. And DK now with some furious strikes. And big cross chop. And Human Metal, folks, picking up Izzy. Power slam. Lord X had a 2 count there onto Nick. Daniel Kaiser now with the steel chair, Turnip knocking it out of his hands. And DK with a big kick to the midsection. That's gonna hurt. And a slam on the Turnip. Lord X now spinning Nick Scarpino around. Scarpino is ready for him though. And Nick picking up Lord X. Lord X reversed into that. It looked like Turnip, folks, or DK was going for a pin on Turnip. Izzy stopping himself. And now spinning around. Hurricane Rana onto Human Metal. I think Human Metal caught a piece of that chair, folks, as he fell. Now Lord X focusing on Human Metal. Meanwhile, Daniel Kaiser and Turnip still fighting it out. Big elbow drop to the back of Turnip there. Oh, and Human Metal, folks, just grating Lord X's face off of the steel cage. That's like a cheese grater, folks. It's gonna hurt a lot. And a backbreaker there. In the ring, Turnip with a neck wrench onto DK. And Izzy, folks, stopping on Nick Scarpino. And Lord X, folks, he has Human Metal, and they just broke through the steel cage. Oh my God, the carnage. And now we've got an opening in that cage, folks. Who knows what will happen now? Daniel Kaiser, folks, still assaulting Turnip in the ring. DK focusing on Nick Scarpino and Izzy, folks, back and forth with pins there. I couldn't get their names in right now. And DK is going to the top rope, folks. Is DK going to fly here? He is! Swanton bomb, but Nick Scarpino got out of the way. And Izzy, folks, now attacking Turnip. And Izzy up and over the ropes again. Folks, back and forth there. Going here. DK taking out Nick Scarpino. While Lord X and Human Metal are fighting by the announce table on the outside. And Lord X just smashed Human Metal into the cage. And Nick Scarpino now going up to the top. Spinning Tornado DDT. And Lord X has gotten back into the ring. Human Metal has been laid out by the announce table, now just stirring. Lord X is looking at Daniel Kaiser, folks. And it looks like DK is taking a trip to the X Zone. Lord X now going for the pin. A 2 count there, folks, onto DK before he kicked out. And Human Metal attacking the legs of Izzy. While now Nick Scarpino has focused his attention on the Turnip. Everybody having swapped dance partners at this point in the match. It looks like Turnip is planning something here for Nick Scarpino. Oh, he's got him up. He's pointing to the rings. Oh, bam! That's gonna hurt. And an eye right there from Human Metal. He's got Izzy locked in. Oh my God, what a vicious gut buster. And Turnip taking out both Izzy and Nick Scarpino there. Lord X, folks, are going for another pin on DK, but Human Metal breaking that one up. And just walking over Turnip. Izzy and Scarpino, folks, have been laid out. Both of them now just barely starting to stir. Lord X focusing his attention back on the Nick Scarpino. Izzy's going for a pin. 2. And Human Metal kicking out of that one. And DK, folks, on to Nick Scarpino. It's the DK Money Shizzle Shuffle. He goes for the pin. And Izzy breaking it up before the count of 3. And Izzy with a nice spinning powerbomb there, sit down powerbomb. And Lord X now biting the face of Israel Pacheco. And Lord X has Nick Scarpino up. Welcome to the X Zone. Now grabbing Turnip and throwing him into the corner. Human Metal went for a pin. Lord X breaking that up. And Izzy standing moonsault on the Nick Scarpino. He's going for the pin. Oh! Lord X just took a nasty fall there, folks. And Human Metal, he's got him up again. Big military press slam. And Nick Scarpino with a power bomb. And he goes for the pin. 2. And Izzy kicking out of it. Folks, back and forth, all competitors now fighting hard. Looks like Human Metal, folks, he's looking for a big powerbomb. And Izzy, folks, PSN blackout. And Lord X going for the metal powerbomb. And ladies and gentlemen, Izzy got the 3 count. And is now your new war champion. And in fact is a 3-time war champion. Absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. These special events, you never know what is going to happen in that squared circle. And folks, we're getting ready. We're almost at the main event, but before we get to that main event, we've got a brand new tag team debuting. Coming up next, a #1 contendership match for the tag team titles. It's gonna be Kinda Funnies, Greg Miller and Tim Geddes versus the debuting Steven Larson. We're going to go in raw, I'm sure. See ya very shortly, folks. Enjoy the replay and Izzy's celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are getting ready now for our second to last match of the evening. It's a tag team contest to determine the #1 contenders for the tag team championships. And first making their way to the ring from Kinda Funny, it's Greg Miller and Tim Geddes. The pure one and the game over one? I don't know what to call Greg Miller. He's in the ego, the biggest ego in the business, I guess you can call him. But these two folks are looking for some success here tonight for Kinda Funny. Nick and Tim, folks, when they competed in their debut match at Glitchamania, they were successful. They went on to challenge the tag team champions, but unfortunately for them, they fought the Nation of Vegetation and were completely and utterly destroyed at the time. But who knows, maybe Greg and Tim here tonight can find some success. But in order to do so, they're going to have to take on our brand new tag team, debuting for the very first time here tonight. And these two folks, they know the business. And they're ready to rock, ready to kick some ass. They're the friendos. They always go in raw. It's Steve and Larson, folks. They are ready for a challenge here tonight, and you may be wondering, what in the name of God are they wearing on their heads? They say it's a type of helmet that they're wearing with their own face plastered on the front of it. Why? A couple of reasons. First and foremost, protection. They don't want to get a concussion. They're playing this smart. Reason number two, just pure nightmare fuel for their opponents, folks. Because if you're looking across the ring at that, you're going to be terrified. Either while you're in the ring, or for the next 7 nights when you're trying to get some sleep. And we are ready to go! Folks, it looks like Larson's going after Tim, and Steve is going after Greg. And a big headbutt there to Greg Miller. Steve using that full face helmet, folks, to his advantage. And a reverse atomic drop from Greg Miller. And Greg with another one. Oh my God, he's literally busting Steve's balls. Larson, though, folks, having a bit more success with Tim, taking him down with a big shoulder tackle there. And Greg with a neck breaker. And Greg, folks, going in for a Russian leg sweep. Tim still unable to get some offense in here on Larson. Larson picking him up, but Tim reversed it into a German suplex. And Greg getting hit with a back body drop from Steve here. And Steve is fired up, folks, with a dropping headbutt. Steve and Larson, folks, no strangers to the ring. They have been competitors in the Friendo Unified Championship Wrestling for quite some time now. And I'm sure their success from Fuck Wrestling will go a long ways to their success, or possible success, here in the Friday Night Fight and Tuesday Throwdown roster. And Tim with a back body drop. Kind of funny, folks, taking over this match now. Oh, but Steve here fighting back, and so is Larson, folks. You can't count these two out. And a big shin breaker there from Greg Miller. But Steve, folks, continuing to fight back. Larson focusing on the head of Tim. He's got him up. Stalling suplex. And Steve there with a bookend onto Greg Miller. Big slam there from Larson as well. And Larson, folks. Oh, the big punt. Heel Larson in full effect, folks. 1, 2. And Tim Geddes manages to kick out of that one. Now Greg going in for the pin. 1. Got Steve kicking out after 1. Larson fighting his way out of that submission hold. And Steve with an eye rake. Oh, and a low blow! And now a pin. 1, 2. And Greg Miller kicks out. Folks, I'm getting word that Steve does call that low blow the going in Raw. Steve having picked up Greg here, spinning him around. And a back body drop. Tim with a kick to the gut of Larson. Going up for a Hurricane Rana. And Tim with a leg drop. Again, not sure how much damage that's doing with those protective helmets that Steve and Larson are wearing here tonight. And a back body drop again onto Larson. And Steve now taking Greg to the ropes. And knocking him outside with a clothesline. Oh, folks, it looks like Steve is getting ready to fly. Up and over the top rope, shades of The Undertaker. Who knew Steve could fly like that? And Larson now taking Tim to the ropes, saying anything Steve can do, I can do better, but Tim tossing him out of the ring instead. Oh, and Larson fighting back. The springboard over the ropes and takes down Tim with a crossbody. And Larson, folks, he's looking for something. What is he planning to do here now? Oh, code breaker from Larson, and he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Tim kicks out of it. We're not sure what Larson is calling his version of the code breaker, folks, but god damn did that ever hurt. And Greg with a clothesline now. Oh, and a big knee drop to Steve on the outside. Larson throwing Tim into the corner. And a big drop kick. And folks, as this match is going on, let me remind you once again, Lagg TakeOver is the roster celebrating our friends over on Gaming Lag. And you can check out their content at youtube.com/Gaming Lag. A great bunch of guys who cover some great gaming content. And Tim now. Oh, folks, he looks like he's going to do something devastating to Larson here. Oh, we've seen people do this before in the past, folks. He's winding that up. Super drop kick. That could have knocked Larson out cold. And Tim now going for the pin. 1, 2, and Larson kicking out. Steve, folks, has managed to take out Greg for the time being. And throwing Greg into the ring apron. And Larson with a full Nelson bomb onto Greg, and he's going for the pin. 1, 2, and Tim kicks out of that. Sorry, I said he hit it on Greg. He hit it on Tim. I was focused on the outside with the other two. And Greg being sent into the steel steps. And Larson now, he looks like he's going for that code breaker again. And he hits it, and Tim has been busted wide open. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. No, Tim kicking out of it yet again. And a reverse suplex now onto Tim. Steve has brought Greg back into the ring, and Tim just shot right back up to his feet, folks. Nice wrestling takedown there by Larson. Greg sending Steve into the corner. And Larson stopping him from attacking Steve, but Tim with a dropkick into the corner. And Larson now having Greg set up into the corner. Greg fighting out of it. Oh, big gutbuster there from Larson. And Steve with a backbreaker on the Tim Gettys. The pure one, maybe the broken one after that one. And Steve going for the pin. 1, 2, and Tim kicks out. And Greg just got hit with the punt kick. 1, 2, 3. No, Greg kicking out at the very last possible second. Goodness gracious, this match, folks. And Greg Miller looks fired up, and oh my god, Steve just took out Larson, folks. Maybe he tried to do a 2-sweet there, who knows. Now being sent into the corner. Tim putting Greg around, or Steve around. And Tim flying off the top rope, taking down Steve. Kind of funny now with the upper hand, folks. And Greg with a well-placed fist to the face of Larson. Tim with an elbow. Now throwing Larson into the corner. Greg throwing Steve into the other one. But Steve was ready for him. Kick to the gut. And Tim with a monkey flip there. And a cross body onto Larson. Greg going for the pin. 1, 2, and Steve kicks out of it. Larson being sent down into the corner. Ready for Tim. Attacking in the back, went for a punch, but Tim got out of the way. And Tim now setting him up, snap suplex. Now Tim going for the pin. 1, 2, and Larson kicks out of it. I guess I should be saying and Larson kicks out of it. And another reverse atomic drop from Greg. And another one! Goodness gracious, folks. Greg loves going for the balls, I tell you what. Tim now picking up Larson. Pulling him in. Double hook. Slam. And Tim going for the pin on Steve. 1, 2, and Steve kicks out of it. This is not looking good for the friendos, folks. And Larson now attacking the arm of Greg Miller. Sending him down into the corner. Larson now putting Greg up to the top rope. Oh, he's setting him up in the tree of woe, folks. There's a callback for you, if you know Steven Larson. Oh, and Greg with an elbow there to Larson. But Larson grabbed him belly to belly. And another monkey flip there from Tim. He springs up and hits Steve with a crossbody. Larson with another punt kick. Greg Miller could be knocked out cold. He picks him up instead of goes for the pin, folks. And Larson with a code breaker. That could be it. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. And Steve, folks. Oh, it looked like he was... Oh my God! The rampage from Steve. And Larson going for the pin. 1, 2. And Tim kicks out of it. And yes, folks, we didn't mention this at the beginning, but this is an elimination tag match. And now Tim Geddes is alone in the ring with Steven Larson. So this is just... Yeah, quite frankly, this is just becoming a mauling, folks. Now Larson picking up Tim. Larson locking him in. Pile driver. Steve now picking up Tim. He's got him. Oh my God, Tim reversed it. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Larson just standing back saying, Steve, you can fend for yourself on that one. Drop kick to the back. Larson now has Tim. Bringing him over to the ropes. Sending him to the outside. Slowly making his way around the ring. Steve finally recovered. Oh, folks, this is not looking good for Tim Geddes right now. Larson with several hard hits. Ooh, nice crossbar takedown there. And whipping him into the ring post. And what remains of the steel steps up there. And into the ring apron again. That's the hardest part of the ring, folks. Now Steve sending Tim back into the ring. The block party is over. Steve up to the top rope. He's flying! And that headbutt just took down Larson more so than Tim. Not sure what Steve was really thinking with that one. These two are a chaotic tag team, folks, but you gotta love their chemistry in the ring. Tim continuing to fight back. Got Larson up for a suplex, but Larson reversed out of it. And Steve grabbed Tim. He's got him up. And there's the rampage again. And Larson going for the pin. 1, 2. And Tim kicking out. Larson almost stealing Steve's victory there. And Larson with the full Nelson bomb. And Steve going for the pin this time. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. ladies and gentlemen, your winners and now #1 contenders for the Wild Stallions Tag Team Championships, Steve here and Larson. Folks, what a debut match for these two. Kind of funny, put up a great contest, but at the end of the day, at the end of the match, at the end of the night, at the end of any other saying you want to say, Steve and Larson were the two top contenders here tonight. So congratulations to them, and as we watch the replay and watch them celebrate, folks, I'm going to go get ready for our main event matchup. Coming up next, it's Aaron B versus Big Boss for the Friday Night Fight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our main event match of the show. That's right, it's the 10th and final match here at Lagg TakeOver. And of course, folks, it's a big fight because it's for the Friday Night Fight Championship. And here comes the challenger now. He won our first ever 30-man over-the-top rope battle royale. It's Aaron B. And you better believe he's here tonight to go home with that gold belt. He has fought hard and valiantly. I'm sure he would have loved nothing more than to take on Alexander Arts here in the main event match, folks. But at the same time, you know he has to love the fact that after all of Alexander's cheating and dirty tactics, having Lord X in his corner, that he gets tonight to fight a true champion. A man, a fighter who is as honorable as he is in Big Boss. And this match, folks, will be a Falls Count Anywhere match, if I do recall. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it's a no-holds-barred match, but I can't exactly remember. Either way, this is going to be a great match, and here comes our champion, folks. The pride of Alberta, the drinker of coffee. He is your Friday Night Fight champion. It's Big Boss. One of the 8 original fighters in the Friday Night Fight roster, folks. One of the 8 people that entered into the Friday Night Fight tournament. He was eliminated in round 2 by ECW James, who went on to win that title belt, or well, the old one at the time, for the very first time. So you know, Big Boss, folks, he loves having that belt around his waist. And just like Aaron B., he suffered at the hands of the Shadow Dynasty while trying to get that title. In a one-on-one match, he lost due to Lord X's outside interference in the match. He went on then to defeat Lord X and put himself into the championship match a couple weeks back. He won the Friday Night Fight Championship in his hometown. So it's been a great ride for Big Boss, folks, and I'm sure even if he loses here tonight, he's going to be happy and proud that he held that title and proud of how he won that championship. I'm sure he's quite glad that he's looking across the ring at Aaron B. and not at the Shadow Dynasty. And folks, you got to be wondering too, what state is Big Boss in? Is he 100% after 2 days ago, just 2 days ago, he ended up in a 1 versus 3 match against the Shadow Dynasty, where he had to fight Lord X, Alexander Arts, and ECW James by himself, because his tag team partners and his opponents for that night were beaten up and locked backstage. Though they ended up being pretty fine here tonight, though it looked like Chris suffered. DC Radia was able to recover and fight valiantly to win in the very first match of this show. Back on part 1. Go watch it if you haven't already. And yeah, to tie up here now into the corner. Let's try and focus on this matchup. And both competitors, folks. There you go. That's honor right there among fighters. Neither one of these guys taking a dirty swing at the other one while the ref were separating them. That's what you call true champions, folks. Big Boss now sending Aaron into the ropes. Oh, he went for an arm drag takedown, but Aaron B reversed it into one of his own. And Aaron now has Big Boss up, throwing him into the ropes. Oh, big clothesline. Right for an attack with Big Boss with an elbow now. Getting some attacks in himself. Snapmare takedown and a big fist to the face. Knocking Aaron into the corner. And Big Boss now. Snake Eyes. Oh, Big Boss went with a scoop slam, but Aaron B reversed it into a back body drop. Slowly starting to pick up Big Boss, but Big Boss was ready for him and hit him with an uppercut. Now locking him in. Big scoop slam. Big Boss dragging Aaron back towards the center of the ring. And a knee drop to the face. And Aaron B now fighting back. And Big Boss taking him down. Flipping him over. And attacking the knee. And now Aaron B fighting right back, folks. Back and forth they go. The crowd slowly getting into this match, and a drop kick there from Aaron. And a kick to the face. Big Boss up and a big clothesline. Flipping him over now and stomping on the arm. The winner of this match, folks, of course, will go on to the next episode of Friday Night Fight coming up this coming Friday. There are no rest for the weary, folks, unless you're on Tuesday Throwdown, which this week, yeah, there will be no episode of Tuesday Throwdown this week, folks. We got to recover somehow from this major event tonight. We got to give the fighters some kind of a break. But there will be an episode of Friday Night Fight, and it will be a championship match. And it'll be either Aaron B or Big Boss taking on Aussie Legend for the Friday Night Fight Championship. And I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to that one. This will be Aussie Legend's first opportunity at the Friday Night Fight Championship since the Friday Night Fight Tournament when he fought ECW James in that TLC match. Aaron B whipping Big Boss into the corner. Spinning him around. Oh, we've seen this before from Aaron. It's the running Bulldog. We could have ourselves a new champion, folks. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. No, Big Boss kicking out at the last second, and Aaron cannot believe it. He thought he had the championship. Big Boss fighting back now. He's got Aaron locked in. Is he going for the disabler? And Aaron fought out of it. Looked like Big Boss was going to steal one from the Shadow Dynasty there. German suplex. Then he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Aaron kicks out of it. And a big elbow to the head. Picking up Aaron B now. Aaron fighting right back. And of course, folks, if you've been watching all night, you know this already. But we want to thank our friends at Gaming Lagg. That's right, this event here tonight, folks, honoring them. Just like how Glitchamania honored the Glitched Out Gaming podcast. Just like how Outlaws Unleashed honored OutlawGamers.com. Lagg TakeOver honors the folks at Gaming Lagg, and you can check them out at youtube.com/Gaming Lagg. And you can see them just about every week on Tuesday Throwdown. Mike Chalice, Josh Quigley, Matt Bird, and Sam Landry. Oh, and Aaron with a super kick. And folks, it looks like Aaron B's looking for it. Big Boss could be going for a ride here on the outside. Oh, Big Boss fought out of it though. Reverse DDT. And Big Boss now. He's got Aaron up. Canadian pile driver. The pride of Alberta strikes again. Oh, it looks like Aaron B, folks. He's going to get hurt. Hit hurt onto the floorboards here. Big Boss locking him in. He's got him up. Coffee grinder and into a pin. 1, 2, 3. No! Aaron B kicks out, folks. I cannot believe it. And Aaron fighting right back. Kick to the gut. Big Boss grabbed him though and threw him by the head. Goodness gracious almighty. Big Boss now with a few hard swings. And another German suplex. The crowd, folks, standing now on their feet for these two warriors. Big Boss being sent back into the ring. Aaron with a hit to the head and a boot to the face. Who will make it out of this match, folks, as our Friday Night Fight champion? And Big Boss, he's looking for it again, folks. He's about to grind some coffee. He's up and down, coffee grinder. 1, 2, 3. No! And Aaron's getting a double-double on life, folks, as he kicks out of that one. Ooh, nice takedown there from Aaron B. A little taunting now. What is Aaron going to try next, folks? Whipping Big Boss into the corner. Oh, Big Boss got him though. Aaron B springboarding up. What athleticism. Going for a clothesline. Aaron avoided it. Oh, and a big forearm smash. And super kick. Big Boss could be knocked out cold with that one. And Aaron, he's going to take Big Boss for a swing. Middle of the ring. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 big swings. Big Boss could be done for, folks. 1, 2, and he gets a shoulder up. Aaron B cannot. He cannot believe it. Now Aaron, folks, he's looking a bit desperate. He's going for something under the ring. Big Boss is right out after him, though. Oh, he's pulling out a table. And Big Boss yanks it away from him. Went for a hit, but Aaron B takes it back. Oh, big shot to the gut. And a hit to the back and another shot to the gut. And again. And again. Aaron now getting back inside of the ring. Thought he was going to run up the turnbuckle that time, but he thought otherwise and figured he'd take a rest. Big Boss now back into the ring. The ref following suit. Aaron now putting Big Boss into the corner. Flipping him around. And Aaron's got him again. It's the running Bulldog. It looked like that took a lot out of Aaron as well. Big Boss now firing up, folks. Shades of Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior running through his veins. Hopefully not the racist side of Hulk Hogan. Snap suplex. And a clothesline. And another one. And a third clothesline. And Aaron falling into the corner. Big Boss running at him. Oh, and Aaron got out of the way. Big Boss looks stunned. Aaron B, folks. End of days. But Aaron B, folks, that took everything out of him. Can he get to Big Boss and cover him for the pin? Big Boss stirring as well now. Snap mirror takedown. And into a headlock. Folks, if Aaron was able to go for a pin there, he probably would have won the Friday Night Fight Championship. Big Boss looked dazed and confused there for the longest time. Now fighting out of the submission hold. Two big shots to the gut. Aaron B with a kick there himself. Oh, and a big punch to the jaw. And Aaron B now, sidewalk slam. Picking Big Boss back up. Super kick. And the fans are cheering, folks. They believe in Aaron B. 1, 2, we have a new champion. 3, no! Big Boss kicking out of it, folks. And Aaron, he cannot believe it. Aaron has done everything possible here tonight. And he's got him again. End of days. Oh, it's all over. And he goes for the pin. New champion. 1, 2, 3. No. What? What the hell, folks? Big Boss kicking out. After that insane Friday night fight matchup, folks. And after taking super kick after super kick, running Bulldog twice, and the end of days twice, how much more does Big Boss have left here in the tank? And two big shoulder tackles now, and stomping on Aaron B in the corner. I honestly can't believe what I'm seeing here. Oh, he went for a belly to belly, but Aaron reversed it. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Big Boss again kicking out. Ladies and gentlemen, I have not seen such heart and soul, such fight and resiliency in this entire year than what I'm seeing from Big Boss right now. This is just pure instinct at this moment that he has to kick out. We are seeing a historical match here tonight between these two amazing fighters. And Aaron B now with a headlock in the center of the ring. Will Big Boss tap out? No, instead he's fighting out of it, folks. Scratching and clawing for every little bit of power he can get. Suplex and into a pin. 1, 2, 3. He did it! My God, Big Boss has done it, folks. He has successfully defended the Friday Night Fight Championship. What an incredible display we have seen here tonight, folks. And the biggest congratulations goes out to Big Boss. And an applause as well to Aaron B, who put up one hell of a fight and got so very close to getting that Friday Night Fight Championship. So this coming Friday, folks, it will be Big Boss versus Aussie Legend with the Friday Night Fight Championship on the line. I will see you there. And thank you once again, everybody, for joining us here at Lagg TakeOver. and I'll be seeing you in the very near future. Thank you, just thank you so much for watching. If you've paid attention the entire time, the entire night, you are incredible. And of course, I leave you with the one final message of good fight, good night.